college, I wanted to run track. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I was talking to the coach and everything. I was training. I think The Rock is like a really great guy. As you know, I moved around a lot growing up. I was born in Connecticut, grew up in Texas, went to high school overseas in Singapore, and came back. Hey, what's up, my man?
How you doing, man? It's always good to see you.
Good, good. How you feeling this morning?
It looks like every day you're looking more and more like 50 Cent.
I said I've been hearing that my whole life, you know?
What's up, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to your favorite channel where you get to learn about leadership, communication, and networking. On this session today, we have a very special guest, a talented, highly prolific. I like to refer to him as one of the most reliable human beings on earth. Have you ever seen The Rock, everyone? You know, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and at some point in time during his career, when you turn on the TV, you see his face. When you go on the train station, you see The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. When you go on the radio, Dwayne Johnson. When you go on your cell phone, if it's an advert, now he's like the most followed human being, the most followed male on in America, not on planet Earth. I think it's Ronaldo. Yes, those guests I'm having this morning, don't be surprised when at some point you start seeing all over the place, because I can verify that he's, if not much more hardworking, he's just as hardworking as The Rock Dwayne Johnson. And I think The Rock Dwayne Johnson is one of the most hardworking human being in the world. So at this very point, I'd like you all to welcome our special guest on today's segment, Spencer Dunn. What's up, Spencer?
Hey, Dapo, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. Like I said, when it comes to being the most reliable person, you're one of the human beings that I can really vouch for. And as I mentioned earlier on, The Rock Johnson is also one of the most hardworking person in the world. And I even like the way he's not really my favorite actor, but he is someone that I just love his work ethics. I love his work mentality.
Yep.
I like the way he carries himself and the way he takes his job seriously.
Yep.
What do you think about The Rock Dwayne Johnson in general? Is it someone that you really love the way he performs his acting, or do you just, because I remember we've had you on this show before, and then you mentioned that one of your favorite actor is Denzel Washington.
Yes.
And now I'm just saying The Rock Dwayne Johnson. What do you think about him in general?
I think The Rock is like a really great guy. You know, he's somebody who is very much a people person. You know, he has like the look, sound, very charismatic. You know, he knows like how to present himself in any situation, whether it's on screen, off screen, behind the scenes, whatever the case is. You know, I think he knows how to like be professional and like be somebody like relatable. You know?
Yeah.
Overall, he's just like a good businessman. You know, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I was telling some guy, one friend of mine, that The Rock is one of the most, when it comes to marketing, he's so good at marketing stuff.
Yeah.
You of him is either advertising a t-shirt or some energy drink or his production company, or he's telling one emotional story which he will eventually connect to $7 production. I'm like, this is so good. But let's bring it to you. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about where you grew up from, where you're from, where you grew up, and how did Spencer Dunn came into this person that we all beginning to love.
Okay, well, we can just kind of start off with my background a little. To America, New York specifically for college. and then now I'm living in New York City. So like just from that, you can kind of get an idea of like my life experiences, like traveling around the world during that time, meeting so many different types of people, cultures, it had a big influence on just my upbringing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think through that I've just met so many different types of peoples where I'm very like adaptable to any situation, you know, and I'm not afraid to be in new situations that I'm not comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in a sense that jump started my acting career because, you know, actor, you gotta be playing all these different types of roles and
Yeah.
personas, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of have like a perspective on thousands of people I've met throughout my lifetime,
Yeah.
like you can see how it connected, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, at some point, what was it a point of your life when you wanted to do something else other than acting?
Yeah, I was actually an athlete before anything else.
Okay.
I grew up playing soccer and running track. Those are my two main things.
Okay.
And I remember like initially when I went to college, I wanted and whatnot, but then I think at some point I kind of made the decision where I was just like, you know, I don't think this is exactly what I wanted. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it doesn't like fit my lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
anymore as I foresee it, you know. And I think during that time, I remember this. I remember in high school, I
Mm-hmm.
randomly took an acting class because somebody told me it was an easy A. You know,
Okay.
like those participation points.
Mm-hmm.
But after taking that class, I actually liked it. And my teacher at the time was saying like he saw promise in me. He even offered me a role in the short film.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. I'm like, I don't act like I'm an athlete. I don't know anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So recalling that memory, I'm like, all right, you know, let me try this acting thing. Like, let me just see what it's about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember taking my first like actual class in college. Like after that, I'm just like, okay, this could lead to something. You know, it could really become something greater than what I imagined. You know?
That's really interesting.